Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. I always get pumped for these, especially when we're looking at companies shaking things up.
Shaking things up is right.
Yeah, and today we're talking about a brand, you love, probably grabbed a bite from at some point, McDonald's.
Oh yeah, the Golden Arches, a classic. But they're not just flipping burgers anymore.
No, they're flipping the script, going all in on tech. We dug into this article, McDonald's Tech Overhaul, transforming restaurant operations with AI and edge. And let me tell you, it's a wild ride.
It's not just some minor upgrades here and there. We're talking a full-blown tech transformation, and get this, for over 43,000 restaurants.
43,000, that's mind-blowing. We're talking internet-connected kitchens, AI taking drive-through orders, all sorts of next-level stuff. It's like they're building the fast food restaurant of the future right now.
Absolutely. It's really ambitious. I mean, the scale of this is just massive. When you
Yeah.
think about it, it's not just about, making things a bit quicker or a little more efficient. They're aiming to completely change how these restaurants operate, like fundamentally.
Globally, too, not just a few test locations.
Yeah.
So, okay, they're throwing all this tech into the mix, but what's the end game?
Well, in the article, McDonald's CIO, Brian Rice, he talks about wanting to ease the pressure on employees.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
You think about those folks on the front lines, taking orders, dealing with the rush. These tech tools could really help them manage things better, make it less stressful.
Definitely. Especially with all the staffing challenges restaurants have faced. It's got to be tough out there. So happier employees probably means happier customers.
Exactly. Smoother service, fewer mistakes, shorter wait times. It all adds up to a better experience for the customer.
Okay, but there's this phrase that keeps popping up, edge computing. I gotta admit, it sounds kind of cool, but what is it, really? Is it just like fancy restaurant wifey?
It's more than just Wi-Fi. Think of it this way. Instead of all the data going to the cloud to be processed, which can be slow, especially if the internet's acting up, edge computing brings the processing power right into the restaurant.
So everything's happening right there locally.
Exactly. So even if the internet connection is a bit shaky, the system can still function, take orders, process payments, all that.
So that's how they keep things moving, even when there's a hiccup. No more frozen screens at the kiosk when I'm trying to order. Makes sense.
Right, because have you ever tried to, order something online and the internet's slow?
Oh, it's the worst.
It's so frustrating. So edge computing, that's what they're trying to avoid.
I'm all for avoiding frustration, especially when I'm hungry. Okay, this next part I got to hear more about. They're putting sensors on the McFlurry machines to predict breakdowns. Please tell me this is true. My dreams are coming true.
It's happening. Sensors are going to be monitoring those machines constantly.
No more showing up in that out-of-order sign.
Hopefully not. And then all that data from the sensors, it gets analyzed by AI algorithms.
Okay, so it's not just like a little light that blinks red when something's wrong.
No, it's way more sophisticated. The AI is looking for patterns, trying to anticipate problems before they happen.
That's incredible, like a McFlurry fortune teller, predicting the future of deliciousness. So, okay, I get how this works for ice cream, but what about the bigger picture? This predictive maintenance thing.
This is where it gets really interesting, I think. This tech, it's not just about McFlurries. It can be applied to any machine in any industry. Think about it. Fewer delays, less downtime, everything running smoothly.
Yeah, that would be a game changer in a lot of places.
Absolutely. From factories to hospitals, the potential is huge.
All right, so AI is helping out in the kitchen, keeping the McFlurry machine happy, but it doesn't stop there. Computer vision to double-check orders, voice-activated drive thrusts, even AI virtual managers. It's like they're building a whole digital brain for the restaurant.
Yeah, they're really going for it. It's exciting. But, it's important to remember some of this stuff is still in the early stages, experimental. Like, remember that partnership they had with IBM for AI-powered drive thrusts?
Yeah.
That actually ended recently. So they're trying things out. Some things will work, some won't.
Makes sense. It's not all going to be smooth sailing. There will be bumps in the road. But it's interesting, right? This big tech push, it comes at a time when McDonald's is facing some, well, challenges.
Challenges is a good way to put it. I mean, their U.S. sales have been slowing down. The economy's been putting pressure on people's wallets.
People are thinking twice before spending, for sure.
So it makes you wonder, is this whole tech thing a response to these problems? Trying to attract customers with cool new stuff, keep up with the competition?
It's got to be strategic, right? You don't just suddenly decide to revamp 43,000 restaurants for no reason.
Definitely. They're looking for ways to be more efficient, cut costs, and stand out in a crowded market. And technology, it can be a powerful tool for all of that.
Especially with their loyalty program. They want 250 million members by 2027. That's a lot of data. I mean, imagine what they could do with that much information.
Well, think about it. They could personalize offers, like really tailor them to what you like.
Yeah, no more generic coupons. It's all about, like, we know you love a McChicken and a large Coke on Tuesdays. Here's a deal.
Exactly. Or maybe even suggest new things you might like based on your past orders. And they can use all that data to figure out what's popular in different areas, adjust the menus, all sorts of things.
So basically, the McDonald's experience, it could become a lot more, well, personal. But, there are some voices out there, like analyst Sandeep Uni. He's pointed out some potential roadblocks.
Yeah, and some of those are pretty big. I mean, this whole tech overhaul, it's going to be expensive.
No doubt.
And then you've got the challenge of getting all the franchises on board, making sure everyone's using the tech the same way, standardizing things. That's not easy.
Yeah. Thousands of restaurants, different owners, different ways of doing things. It's got to be a logistical nightmare.
It definitely won't be easy, even for a giant like McDonald's.
So here we are, standing at the edge of this, fast food revolution. AI-powered restaurants, personalized menus, predictive maintenance for everything. Is this the future of dining out?
I don't have a crystal ball, but it's certainly a possibility. McDonald's is betting big on this vision, that's for sure. Whether it'll truly revolutionize the industry or it's just a lot of hype, that remains to be seen. But one thing's for certain, the way we experience fast food, maybe even dining out in general, it's going to change. And it's going to change in some pretty big ways.
That's a great point, and it leaves us with a lot to think about. We want to hear from you. What do you think the future of dining looks like? Are you ready for an AI-powered Big Mac? Head over to our social media and let us know what you think. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.